What's going on, guys? Matthew with Shining Mana Collectibles back for another video. Hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday. I know I spent a lot of time with my family. I have a rather large family. We had a big get together, ate some good food, and just relaxed for a little while. You know, I still had to work, but I just so happened to be off the day before and day of Thanksgiving. Just got lucky that way. So really worked out for me. Hung out with my family and had a good dinner. And yeah, I was able to get some orders shipped out today. I had a good sales day yesterday. All this stuff sold in the past day or two. And I want to show you guys some stuff that sold for me on eBay. I got a good mix of stuff today. It's not just cards. I actually sold 2 cards. Well, I guess 2 single cards. I sold a couple of dual decks, and I sold a video game, and actually a sweater pullover shirt that I got at the thrift store. So, I'll show you guys a good bit of stuff, talk about what I paid for it, what I sold it for, and how much money I'm going to make. So, first, I did sell about 4 cards on TCG Player. 4, I believe. Yeah, 4 cards on TCG Player. I don't really show the exact cards because they're just bulk cards. Probably made a, quarter or so on those. Nothing too crazy there, but I do like when I get to sell bulk cards and make some money. It's pretty easy to do, and people like to buy cheap cards. Though I use TCG Player for that. 4 and TCG Player, but the exciting stuff is on eBay. I'm gonna show you guys the cards first. They're 2 lower end cards sold for about $7 a piece. This right here, first card. Everybody knows this card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Black Luster Soldier. This is the one from the starter Yu-Gi Evolution, I believe. SYE 024 is the card number. This is the heavy played copy. I always color code my stuff so I know which condition I'm selling to the customer. Heavy played copy sold for about $7. I probably paid 50 cents for that. It's just not really all that expensive to get those cards. This is the first edition. I might have paid $1 for it, maybe $1.50. It's between 50 cents and $1.50. I've had it for quite a while. So, heavy play copy, Black Luster Soldier right there out the door to my customer. Second card we sold. This is a little more of a niche card. This is a comic hand. I sell these all the time, really. I have all 3 of the color text comic hands in stock. So this one right here, if you can see in the camera, it's a green one. It's the green comic hand. There's a blue and a purple one. I believe there's like a normal ultra rare variant as well. Normal text. I guess that would be gold for the ultra rare. So I sold that comic hand green. 1 copy of it went to my customer for about $7. Not too bad. I usually sell those in multiples, like a playset of 3 for Yu-Gi-Oh! But they only bought 1, so I don't know. Maybe they're going to use it for a deck or something. Next item we got right here, I'm going to show you guys. I guess I'll go over this one first, really. I already packaged it up because I forgot I was going to make a video on this, but I sold this long sleeve sweater pullover. It's an Orvis. If you ever sell clothes, you'll probably be familiar with Orvis for men's clothing. Pretty good brand to pick up at the thrift store if you can find it for a good price, and it's kind of a unique style. This is what they call the Trout Bum style. It's got that on the tag. Sold for $26 in used condition. That's not a brand new shirt. That's used condition. Orvis Trout Bum. It's wintertime. It's cold outside. It's wet. Someone probably bought that and got a really good deal on it. $26. Probably paid $7 at the thrift store, maybe $8 at the thrift store to get that. Shipping was about $8. So after it's all said and done, I think I pretty much doubled my money on the Orvis shirt. So, turn $8 into 15, 16 bucks. Not too shabby. I don't buy a lot of clothes to sell, but that used to be my bread and butter way back in the day when I first started on eBay. So I still go to the thrift store from time to time to try and find good clothes to sell. I know men's clothing pretty well, so every now and then I do, kind of go and find some treasures to sell. So But that one sold out there, 26 bucks, doubling money on that. Next two items are pretty cool. So first one we'll go over is this Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Switch. This is a used copy with the case. Kind of hate how they don't have manuals anymore in these games. I know that's a boomer rant, or a millennial rant, I guess I should really say. You know, manuals in games used to be really cool, and I do miss that, you know, having those items in the case. You know, it makes them more collectible. You know, it's like you got complete in box, you got all the inserts and everything. Yeah, it's just really cool. That's kind of a side tangent, but anyway, linked Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with the case right here, sold for $40 on eBay. I can't believe it's still selling for that much, honestly. It's like you could buy it brand new for like 50, I think, or 60 maybe. But used copy sold for 40. And I'm really happy to find this game. I found this at the pawn shop. Really clean copy. Bought a couple Zelda games from them, actually. Got it for $20. So I got them 20 bucks a piece. I bought two Zelda games from them, Echoes of Wisdom and Breath of the Wild. $20 a pop. Cash deal, 20 bucks, no taxes, none of that going on. And I sold it for 40. So after shipping and fees, I'm probably making $10. So that's a pretty good margin for me. You know, I turned $20 into $30. So we take that all day long. Breath of the Wild going out to my customer there. Last item I'm going to touch on. I actually got this item for free from PSA. If you remember their Collectors Club, you know, they send out promos every month with their magazine. Sometimes they have promo items, but they send out a magazine every month for Collectors Club members. A couple months back, probably about 6 months ago maybe, I got these Disney Lorcana dual decks. This is the Rise of the Floodborn starter decks. I have never played this game at all, and I don't know anything about it. But I did get these promos from PSA through their Collectors Club magazine. Came with two starter decks. I went ahead and bundled those up on eBay, and I sold them for 20 bucks. So, free item, sell it for 20 bucks. And the shipping cost is going to cost me probably about $6 or so to ship that. So, you know, free item, and it sells. And that's not the first PSA promo I've sold on eBay either. They sent out a one-piece promo. I forget what the character was. It was some waifu character. I don't remember her name. But I sold that card for like $80 on eBay as a single. It was a promo from PSA. So, you know, you pay $150, I think, for the Collectors Club member. And, you know, I've already made most of that money back on just selling the stuff they gave me for free. So, really not a bad deal, honestly. But that's what sold for me on eBay right there. Two starter decks from Disney Lorcana. I got them for free from a PSA promo with the Collectors Club. Sold Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the Nintendo Switch. Used copy sold for 40 bucks. Keep an eye on that if you ever find it out and can get it for a good price. Really worth selling. It sold really quick for me, probably in about 3 days or so. Two Yu-Gi-Oh cards, $7 a piece, and the Orvis Trout Bum long sleeve pullover, $26. So a decent little day in sales, not too shabby, and we made some money. So we're going to put all that back into the business. We're going to keep it rolling, keep it going. I do want to show you guys the most recent personal collection pickup I got today. If you guys will check this out right up here at my Pokemon corner, I did just pick up this Dragonite plushie from Walmart. They had their Black Friday sale. I found one of those, and I just immediately, I knew I had to have that. I'm a big Dragonite guy. I love Dragonite. Gen 1, Gen 2, even some Gen 3. And I don't know if you can see up there, but, you know, I do have the Trico and the Mudkip. So I'm a big fan of Gens 1 through 5. Gen 1 obviously has a special place in my heart. Pokemon Fire Red was my first Pokemon game I ever played. So I'm very nostalgic towards it. But picked up that Dragonite. Pretty cool little find there. It's a huge plushie. I think it's like, it's got to be like 2 feet, 2.5 feet tall. So really cool. But anyway, guys, that's what sold for me on eBay. We're making some money. We're putting it back into the business. If you want to stick around and watch me build this collectibles business into a legitimate income source over time, and just have fun, talk about what's sold and what to look out for, and maybe some eBay tips and tricks one day. If I feel like I can offer any insight on that process, I'll be happy to help. So subscribe to the channel, follow me, and let's build this business up into something legitimate. That's about all I got for this one, guys. I'm out. I'll be back with a new one soon. Peace.